Good afternoon, Internet. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Patrick. Today we're going to be taking a look at a enclosure. Maybe I won't show it to you just yet. So a little backstory. I got a whole bunch of old hard drives that are over here. I've got a Western Digital piece over here. Kind of behind it, I've got all these like really old enclosures and old drives, and they're all connected to a I/O gear piece that I did a review on recently. But it's just a really gross mess. So I found one of these. This is Mediasonic. It's called the ProBox, but it's got this weird font, so it kind of says Pro Boy, spelled with an I. And it is a 4-bay USB 3.0 enclosure. Takes up to 16 terabytes. It has power sync, super easy to install, 4 drives obviously. It's got smart fans, we'll go into that in a minute, and forced convection processes. So a lot of buzzwords on here. Windows 8, eSATA, a whole bunch of different stuff. So we're going to take a look at this. I'm going to unbox it in a second to replace my kind of ghetto little tower here that I have of old drives. So a lot of old drives that are in there that I'm going to put into this. I stacked them all so they're like overheated on each other, and it's like this big smoldering pile of old hard drives. So I actually had it like an old USB fan that I put near it to try to draw some of the heat away from it. So let's I guess we'll take a look at the rest of the box. Flexible alternative interface selection with simple buttons. It's got some buttons on the front. We'll talk about that in a second. Powers off in synchronization with the PC. So if you turn your PC off on and off a lot, I'd never turn mine off. It has some power saving settings. External power supply. It's got a built-in thermal sensor, so fans turn on and off. Auto and manual modes, 3 fan levels, multifunction LEDs for power. USB 3.0 and eSATA link, also when it's in use. Fan level indicators, fan level control, and synchronization with the software that comes with this. Package contents are the enclosure itself, eSATA cable, USB 3.0 cable, power adapter, power cord, user manual, comes with a screwdriver, and a handle, whatever that means. And then it has some specifications on there and talks a little more in detail about each of its features. And then over here it's just got a little graph of speeds per second, transfer rates. So let's go ahead and open this up, and we shall take a look. I was pretty excited to get this. Retails for about $100. Mediasonic is definitely on the cheaper end of enclosures and some of the other products that they make, but it's pretty good for the price. A few things to note before we go any further into this. It does not support RAID. No RAID on this. No built-in RAID controller, none of that stuff. You can still do RAID, and there's some stuff that you can do with third-party software, but built into this device for only $100, this is strictly an enclosure. Fancy kind of controller with different fans and all that other stuff, but it does not do RAID, and it is not NAS. So no NAS either. It's just a very fancy 4-bay enclosure. I'm going to use some of my other networking components to turn it into a NAS and to allow it to do RAID, but just out of the box like this does not do RAID. Okay, so we have a small box on top. Go over this first. I assume it's got the accessories in it. That it does. I'm going to take all of it out because I hate like Newegg and stuff. They're like, oh, here's a power adapter, and you like can't see through the plastic really well. So this is the power brick. Pretty beefy. It's a 4-pin power brick. You don't see those too often. Made by Shampoo Power. Pretty efficient, 12-volt, half amp. Next, we've got a USB 3.0 cable, which I'll open up real quick. Not the longest cable. I think it's probably, 4 feet. So you've got your USB 3.0 N. Blue normally denotes USB 3.0. And then this is the USB 3.0 BN, slightly different than USB 2.0. Next, we've got, I'm not going to unbox these. These are hard drive caddies. A little plastic hard drive caddy, and then in there's a little screwdriver here. Not going to unbox that. We've got an SATA cable here. That's the same on both ends. Same, just about 4 feet. So you've got your eSATA and eSATA. eSATA's kind of fallen off the map after USB 3.0 came around. And we have a standard IEC power cord, same as many printers and monitors and other peripherals use. Also a pretty short cable. I wouldn't say it's more than 6 feet. And then you've got your quick installation guide, and this folds out a whole bunch into quite a few pages here. So pretty colorful. I mean, not colorful, but pretty well illustrated. A couple different languages. You know how that goes. Okay. So next, we've got the media box itself. Comes with a little bit of foam here. Box this real quick. If I was good at editing my videos, I'd be able to speed this up, but literally just got it in the mail like not too long ago, so I will trying to keep it live here. Okay, here is a box. It's a little beefy, not too bad. Definitely a little shiny here on the front. It's got like a brushed metal look. Not much going on that side. And then here's the back. So we'll start with the back. You've got a pretty big fan back there. And then down here is our USB 3.0 and eSATA connections. On the side here, nothing too much. That's where our power input goes. That's about it. It just has a little bit of power information on it. And then it says ProBox, but as I mentioned earlier, it can kind of be confused with Pro Boy. You spell boy with an I. Over here we've got some screen protectors that we won't be needing anymore. Oh, that just kind of fell right off of there. I don't know if that's supposed to do that or not. So, kind of just slips back in there. Anyway, so this... I guess it's designed to come off, and then you can easily access. I guess it falls off pretty easily. Didn't really expect that. So yeah, it just is kind of held in here at the bottom. That has a little push button to let it come out. I think there's some screws that hold it in here, but your hard drives will slide in there. It has room for 4 hard drives, and these are 3.5 size. I'm pretty sure you can use 2.5 sizes because it just has like a single connector in the back for a SATA drive. So I'm pretty sure that you can do it that way. Let me put this stupid thing back on there again. It goes the other way. So yeah, it just kind of is held in here. I guess it's not really sort of meant to sit on a surface. And then just a little push button to pop it back on. So let's take a look at the front here. We've got some LEDs here, which these are for power settings, either eSATA or USB 3.0. This big button over here is to turn it on. Up at the top we have fans 1 and 2, and then different fan settings that you have here. And then there's an interface button on top, a sync button, and a fan button to switch between these different controls that are up here. So a little bit of a display panel to kind of see how that looks. So I guess air, it's got the forced induction, which is not induction but convection, to pull air into it and kick it out the back. So apparently, from what I've heard online, this has some pretty good airflow. So I'm going to put some drives in it. I'll check it out. I'll probably do a follow-up video to let you know how it is and what you need to do to maximize your potential for this. So that's basically it. Not too complex piece of technology. Just throw your old hard drives in there and hook it up to your computer through the various connections, and that's about it. So, Mediasonic ProBox. The actual model number is something a little bit different. They have a couple different Pro boxes, but this is the Mediasonic HF2-SU3S2. I'll put it in the title when I post this online. So, Mediasonic ProBox. Let me know what you think. As usual, like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. Questions or comments, leave them in the section below. I'll be around answering them as best as I can. And make sure you're subscribed. That's always appreciated. We're going to jump back into some more audio equipment here starting next week. So make sure you're there for that. So thanks for watching, guys. We will see you next time.